20 laps the distance, green flag in the air, we're underway. Bix and Gallier front row lead the field into turn number 1 as Don Berner already is trying to make his move as he goes to the outside of Bix. It's James Guile showing the way off of turn number 2. He won his heat race earlier on, and right now looking very fast already here in the early opening half lap. That's 17.76 of Guile trying to pull away from Don Berner, number 14. Bomber Don, the number 14 machine, though, will take over that second spot from Bix. As now with Bix in third by himself. But here comes Jaden Popes in the number 17 entry. He's going to look to the inside, go 3 wide. As a little bit of an issue there for Don Berner, number 14 car, off of turn number 2. Lost a little bit of the slip right there. See that car kind of bouncing all over the place on number 14 of Berner as James Guile continues to show the way out here with 2 laps complete. So it's Guile, Berner, and Popes right now. Your top 3 drivers, Ben Sabowski and Aaron Collier, battling for that 4th spot. Sabowski gets slipped up by the 8UD of Collier, falls back to the clutches now of the 13 of Jacob Strite. They go side by side for 3. That's your first side-by-side battle on the racetrack. It is between the yellow 11 of Sabowski and the 13 of Jacob Strite, with John Bix and the 515 behind them, trying to hold off Brian Hyatt and the 28 machine of Branson Lacey, that 28 JR. Still side by side for that 4th spot, or for that 5th spot out front. No change. As the other change, I guess you can see on the track, is Don Berner actually closing the gap between himself and your race leader, James Guile. It's James Guile out front entering turn at number 3. But here comes Bomber Don in the number 14 car. Don Berner down to the inside of James Guile for turn number 4. Can't quite get there to his quarter. I see some smoke now coming out of the backside of the 17 of Jaden Popes. That car was smoking in heat race action earlier on here this evening. Right now in the 3rd spot, just ahead of the 8UD of Aaron Guile. See some more smoke coming out of the number 17 car. It's James Guile out front. Don Berner in the 2nd position. Has thought the yellow came out there as one of the DRP safety trucks accidentally flashed his lights on, and so we stay green here with James Guile showing the way. Now here comes Don Berner down to his inside. He's going to try to make quick work of the 1776 of Guile. He'll do just that off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now into turn number 3, it's Berner showing the way. He'll lead the field off of turn number 4 with Guile in 2nd, followed by the 17 car of Jaden Popes in the 8UD of Aaron Collier in the 4th position. Collier in 4th. In 5th is Jacob Strite. Branson Lacey in 6th with Ben Sabowski in 7th. Sabowski and Lacey, they stay side by side for that position as Jacob Strite was able to clear the number 11 machine for that 5th spot. Sabowski now hanging on to 6 over Lacey. So those drivers right now running nose to tail. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th on the racetrack. As out front, Don Berner getting ready to come up to the 5150 of Jared Nicola, and as well as the 77. So he can start working over some cars and putting them lap down here at Arizona Speedway. Don Berner with about a 4-car length advantage over James Guile. Now new 3rd place runner Aaron Collier. He got around the 17 of Jaden Popes. Jaden Popes appears to be a little slow on the racetrack in that 17 this time by, as he comes off of turn number 4. So maybe whatever's smoking in that car, or maybe a possible left front flat on the number 17 of Jaden Popes. Can't quite get a good view of it here. Looks like everything's up, but that car's been smoking since the drop of the green flag. So looks like Jaden Popes running in 3rd will take his car off the racetrack. It's out front. It's Don Berner going past your pole sitter, John Bix, in the 515 to put him 1 lap down. Aaron Collier trying to get around James Guile now for 2nd. They line up right behind the lap car, the 515 of Bix, as they were side by side there for a brief moment off a turn or 2, but is Guile still hanging on that position by half a car length. Aaron Collier going to drop his nose down the inside. Guile came down the racetrack, almost made contact with the 8UD of Aaron Collier, but Collier able to hang on or get on the binders there a little bit to avoid making contact with the 1776 of Guile. As your top 3 drivers, they do clear the 515 of Bix. Now some pretty clear racetrack before he catch up to the 72. Former track champion Jace Ganupel not having the night he envisioned here tonight, as Brian Hyatt, I believe, just spun off a turn number 2 but kept it in the gas, and he will stay on the racetrack. as Don Berner starting to fall back to the clutches now in the number 17 or the 1776 of Guile, as well as Aaron Collier. As Collier now looks to the outside of James Guile. That's about it for second on the racetrack. Now he's also going to look, see if he can't slip past your race leader, Don Berner, as they come up on turn number 4. It's Berner by half a car length. Then it's Collier and Guile, the top 3 drivers. They're knotted up nose to tail here as the laps wind down at Arizona Speedway. Collier down to the inside of Berner. Berner, though, going to hang on to that to the lead on the back straightaway off of turn number 2 into turn number 3. It's Berner by half a car length. See that car getting very bouncy through turns 3 and 4. Aaron Collier, that's going to open the door for him to the inside. He goes, and Don Berner. So Don Berner and Aaron Collier stay side by side through turns 1 and 2. It's Collier down low, Berner up top, still side by side. Drag racing down the back straightaway into 3. As they drag race into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, give the top spot to Don Berner. He will hang on to it over the 8UD of Aaron Collier. The 1776 of James Guile losing a little bit here as Collier will blow by Don Berner off of turn number 2. Don Berner having some issues off of turn number 2 the last couple of laps. And that has allowed Aaron Collier to take over the race lead, as now Don Berner going to look for that low line in 3 and 4. See if he can work his way back around. Collier in the 8UD. Still can't do anything with him here as we have just 3 laps to go in this 20-lap main event. It's Collier out front. Here comes Don Berner, though. He's going to go about a half a car length behind the 8UD, follow the tire tracks into turn number 3. Aaron Collier goes a little bit lower that time at the apex of 3 and 4. To hang on to the top spot as Don Berner smacks the wall off of turn number 4. That is going to kill his momentum as he just pancaked the side of that number 14 machine here with 2 laps to go. And that could have just handed it over to Aaron Collier unless we get a yellow flag here late. Aaron Collier in the 8UD, the man out front off of turn number 4, will get the white flag this time by. As James Guile does sneak past Don Berner, Jacob Mabbitt going to try to do the same, and it's Aaron Collier with no pressure. Some couple lappers off of turn number 2. Had a good chance to win the last main event here 2 weeks ago. Got taken out by Justin Wyckoff, and now he comes back with a podium finish and a main event win here at Arizona Speedway. It's Aaron Collier in the 8UD. Well, he's out of the car, race fans. Make some noise. Yeah, you did, Aaron Collier. Yeah, for Matt Guile. Matt's down here to congratulate him along with Michael Sabowski. As I did hear that Michael did blow his motor in the 10X on the Sport Mod side, so he will not be in the Sport Mod main event here coming up. After this one, Aaron Collier, man, 2 weeks ago you were pretty hot and fired up after getting taken out there in the closing laps, and here you are, man, back here in Santan Ford Victory Lane, and hey, guess who didn't come tonight?
I had to do it. You know, last week I got to apologize to everyone. I shouldn't have said what I said. It's a sport. It happens. Let's just go next week and have fun.
Hey, you definitely came back here tonight and got this thing out front, man. Those closing laps had some tense moments between yourself, James Guile, as well as Don Berner in the 14, man. Just explain what your mindset was going through that.
Get out of the way. No, it was a good, clean race. Nobody hit each other. I was just praying that we were all 3 going to finish up there, and that's what happened.
All right, Aaron Collier fights back here tonight and wins the Bomber main event, race fans. Put your hands together for the 8UD team.